Hi guys, it's me, Junior Seagrave. Alright, now I'm going to do my WWE review. I'm going to do a little detailed explanation first. So it's like my WWE, well, little documentary of my love for it and how I got started, while there's also been review and opinion. So a little mixed bag, if you will. So for those of you that don't know, haven't seen my Facebook page, I'll give a little bit about myself, just here so you understand. Alright, I was born 23rd of December 1987. Alright, so my age changes at the end of the year, so you've got to work me out in those terms. So when I started watching WWE, I was very young, although technically it was WCW first, because you can now mention those together. Now WWE own it. So technically it was WCW first, and I was very, very young at the time. I was literally coming up to 4 in the December month. So as you can imagine, I missed some good bits when I started watching. And so technically it was WCW first. Now it was probably Starrcade, or it might have been WCW Saturday Night. I can't fully remember. What I can remember, very vaguely, is seeing Sting with his bleached blonde hair, his face paint, and his whatever his wonderful coloured tights was at the time. Now, like I said, I was coming up 4 years old. So I think it was just like the week before my birthday, something like that. And that's when I started watching it. And then like a week or so later, I remember Mum putting the TV on. And I clocked The Undertaker for the first time. He scared the crap out of me the first time I saw him. But at the same time, I was like, he's cool. He's really cool. And yeah, by the way, I thought I'd do this with just off tangent, I thought I'd do this with Triple H's t-shirt, even though I'm a bigger fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because Triple H is like one of the main owners of WWE now, I thought it was more respectful to do this review with his t-shirt. Alright? Right, anyway. So, that's how I got onto it. And I vaguely remember watching what must have been at the time the Royal Rumble. I remember seeing the purpley apron. That obviously must have said Royal Rumble on it. And then I was watching like small bits and pieces. So obviously I knew Bret Hart, I knew Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, I knew all of those. Hulk Hogan, one of the biggest names in WWE, especially back then. But my top favourite was the Ultimate Warrior. As soon as I saw him just after I clocked The Undertaker. And I was hooked when I saw him. I did watch some of the tapes Mum had recorded at the time, like prior, because I'd missed all the good stuff and started getting into it. And at the same time, as I said, was also watching WCW. And I saw, who I'd soon to be a big fan of, Stunning Steve Austin. And now to make all you people laugh, I didn't like him initially. I didn't like his ring style, I didn't like his in-ring work. I was more, like I said, I was more Sting. In WCW, I was more for Sting and the Four Horsemen. So yeah, I was watching it. And a few others, I can't fully remember at the time. And I know only just a few short years after that Hulk Hogan would leave and go to WCW. Which, as we know, would later kick off the Monday Night Wars. So as you can imagine, I sat through the Attitude Era and the Monday Night Wars. Now, this is lost on some people, right? Over here, during the Attitude Era, we didn't have to watch Raw and Nitro on top of each other. We didn't have that in this country, because I know for a fact that Sky Sports wouldn't allow that. So Raw over here was aired on Sky Sports, right? Sky Sports 1 at the time. I've got a good memory of the past. I may have a bad memory for recent stuff, but I've got a good memory of the past. So we'd watch Sky Sports, and then Nitro was on TNT. So sometimes Nitro would be first, sometimes it'd be second. It depended on how the times were sorted out between the two companies, between TNT and Sky. And ECW was aired on a Wednesday on Granada until the company disappeared in 1999. And me and my mother were not happy. So yeah, so I got to watch all three. But yeah, I still agree. The Attitude Era, best moment in WWE. The Ruthless Aggression Era needs to stop getting panned. It's not as bad as everybody made it out to be. Alright? And yeah, I have been keeping a little bit up to date. I know what's going on with Vince, you know, and I'm not surprised, I'm afraid. Now, as big a fan of the WWE as I am, yeah, I don't like how Vince got the company to where it is. What some of the ways he did it was wrong. Anyway, so yeah, when I first saw Son and Steve Austin, make you lot laugh, in WCW back then, I didn't like him. Couldn't stand him. Alright? So, watching it through, get to 1996. And Stone Cold, 1996, cut that promo. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. I was hooked on his character from that point. I became a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin next to the Ultimate Warrior. They will always be my two top favourites. Also, I've always been a fan of The Undertaker. I personally prefer his American Badass. Because as you guys know or don't know, I dress that way. But not because The Undertaker did. I prefer dressing like a biker. Bandana, sunglasses, gloves, leather jacket, denim jacket. Sometimes both together, sometimes one or the other. Alright? I prefer dressing that way. So it's not just because The Undertaker dressed like that at the time. I prefer dressing that way. I love the biker look. Or rocker. However you want to call it. Biker, rocker, same thing. Alright? But it was an inspiration. We'll say that. It was an inspiration to dress that way. Also, Triple H did the leather jacket and denim jacket combo. So the inspiration also came from him as well. So like both of them if you want. So I like combine the two. Because bikers in real life, some do dress that way. Some of them wear bandanas, some don't. Some wear leather jackets. Alright, but that's not what this review is about. I'm just explaining. So yeah, but either way, I do also respect and do like the dead man version of Undertaker's character. Though I prefer American Badass. And Kane. Now I love Brothers of Destruction. Fantastic tag team. Another top favourite. Since I've got him on my t-shirt. D-Generation X. Now, don't get me wrong. 1997 iteration is classic. Right up till 2000 when they split. Right? But I prefer the 2006 and 2009 versions of DX. In 06, what they did to Vince, I'm sorry, I found that hilariously funny. And what they were doing to the Spirit Squad, that was hilarious. And anybody that didn't find it funny, well, I'm sorry, they need a new brain. Obviously don't have any sense of humour. I was like, that's funny. And recently, I like the story with the bloodline going on with Roman Reigns, you know, Cody Rhodes and all that. And I did like Sami Zayn's involvement a little while back. You know, I enjoyed that. Absolutely love it. But as you can imagine, for the time I started watching, my first WrestleMania, exactly the same as The Undertaker's. It was WrestleMania 7. I started watching for that. Though, I must admit, I've always been kicking myself that I missed WrestleMania 6. How could I miss that? Fan of Ultimate Warrior. And because I was so young at the time, I missed WrestleMania 6. Really? I can't believe I missed that. One of the best WrestleManias. Not the greatest. That's the WrestleMania X7. X7. Not WrestleMania 17. Yes, it's the 17th WrestleMania. Agreed. X7. The next one is X8. Stop the arguing. It is not WrestleMania 17. It is WrestleMania X7. And the other one, and the next one after that, WrestleMania X8. You say what the logo says. Okay? It's the same with WrestleMania 2000. You don't call it WrestleMania 16, do you? No, you don't. You call it WrestleMania 2000 because that's what the logo said. You say what the logo says. Right? Good? Have we got that cleared? Great. I'll continue. Oh, I love having a little moan. You can blast me down in the comments if you want. I don't mind. Might even accuse me of being rude. Yes, I am going to plug that. Anyway, so yeah. So I've been a big fan of WWE. Now, I'm going to clear up a little something. Right now, before anyone jumps down my neck in the comments, that you still might. I'm getting used to it now. I checked a certain wrestler I was questioned on. I did look it up on Wikipedia. I now realise who that was. Okay? He did write some content for What Culture, because I do watch What Culture and What Culture Wrestling for some of the 10. I don't watch all of them, I only watch some of them, because I know What Culture's got a nasty habit of telling a few porkies, or not quite telling the truth about WWE, and it does annoy me a little bit. That was close. Sorry guys, my dad just came in. I had to pause the video a moment there, so there'll be a little blip. Little thing going on. So yeah, and the name of the wrestler, okay, is Joe Hendry. Alright, I did check it out. I now realise who that was. Alright. He wrote some articles for What Culture when Adam Blampide, known as Plumpy, did some 10 fascinating facts about WrestleMania, SummerSlam and King of the Ring. By the way, check out those old videos, by the way. And a shout out to What Culture. They are pretty good in what they do. Most of what they do. I do like watching other movie ones as well that they do. Some of their other 10 lists that I like. Alright, so I have checked it out. So I'll clear that up right now. Okay? So I realise now who that was. Alright? But I'm still not going to apologise. Anyway, so yeah, I am a big fan of WWE. No, I do not watch NXT. I try to keep up to date on little bits and pieces of it. I don't watch it a great deal. As big a fan of WWE as I am, I prefer Raw and SmackDown, and I stick mainly with that. I haven't been able to watch it lately because I've not been able to afford keeping on the WWE Network, and I haven't been bothered to check it up on YouTube lately, alright? Because I've been busy with other things, and as I said before in my other videos, I've not been able to really do much because I didn't have any data. I do now because I topped it up, but at that point I didn't have any data and there was no Wi-Fi. I've been explaining it before, I'm not explaining it again. Alright, you know the reasons for that. So that's why I've not been able to keep up to date for that reasons, and sometimes I just can't be bothered. But I do still love WWE, you know, and I love what Triple H and The Rock are doing with the company. I think they're doing a fantastic job. Blurring the lines between fiction and reality. Yeah, keep doing that, all right? And, okay, I've never said I'm a big fan of wrestling, all right? I'm a fan of WWE. I've always said that. If you check my YouTube account, it is all WWE. All of it. There's nothing else. There is a bit, yes, I have subscribed to other wrestling companies. Granted, that's just to keep up to date with what else is going on, but I don't always check it. Like I said, I can't always be bothered. Alright? And no, I don't like AEW. That is a WWE Attitude Era wannabe. Having blood every night gets boring. Even WWE during the Attitude Era did not have blood on their show every night. Yes, it was quite a few times, but it wasn't every night. And AEW are trying to do it every night. And don't tell me they're not, because I know they are. Because I have checked. I check it on YouTube. Because that's the only reason I'm subscribed to them. I'm not too particularly happy that some of my favourite wrestlers have gone over there, but that's up to them. They've obviously felt they needed to. I'm not particularly happy about it, but it's up to them. You know, I am loyal to WWE. I will stand by WWE. I've watched WWE all my life and I have no intention of stopping watching WWE. If WCW and ECW were still going, right, to this day, as their own thing, I would still be watching it. I'd still be watching WCW. I'd still be watching ECW if they were still going. They're an exception. Because I started watching them at that point. Yes, I did watch some of TNA. I didn't watch all of it. I liked it. I wasn't a fan. Because reason I watched that so I could keep up to date with what Sting was doing. Okay? Because as I said, I've always been a fan of Sting. I prefer his Crow iteration of his character, which he's kept going for years. And I think that was brilliant, him doing that. Changing his character to the Crow. And yes, by the way, real quick, I have watched that film. Brilliant. Go watch it. The original. Anyway, and yes, I've got the Phil Lemmy handlebar facial hair. That's out of respect to him and Triple H, because Triple H did it at one point. So, yeah, so I absolutely love WWE. I think it's fantastic, especially now. Like, Attitude Era 2.0, you know, it's absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I love what The Rock and Triple H are doing with the company. I hope they keep doing it, keep doing what they're doing. And I can see the company remaining from here on out. And for fans of WWE, but some probably don't know, as like me, don't always keep up to date with what's going on, but I have seen some of the posts on Facebook. Yes, WrestleMania will be coming over to London at some stage of the game. Also, I want to reiterate this. I've probably said it before, but I'll say it again. It is confirmed that The Rock and Triple H are going to be taking the WWE to every stadium in the UK. Every stadium. And I mean that. That is absolutely gospel truth. They are taking it to every single stadium. So that could include football stadiums. So where me and Stacey work at Southampton Football Club as stewards, which we have been for over a year now, because she started in February, I started in March last year. So yeah, definitely over a year, right? So we got to keep an eye on Rosterify in case it comes up. And I'll be the first one to apply, because I ain't missing that. I know it could be a bit doubtful, you know, because football stadiums, but they've said all stadiums. They did say that. That's how much up to date I've been keeping up with it. You know, so if capital, giant capital letters, if they do decide to go to the football stadiums as well, that'd be cool. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. So, I'm not saying it'd be WrestleMania. I'm not that stupid or thick. You know, it wouldn't be WrestleMania. You know, even the Saints Stadium couldn't hold that amount of people. Jesus. But, sorry for blasphemy. I don't believe I'm not religious. Sorry. I would apologise for that. But hopefully, they do go around the stadiums with the other PLEs. You can't say pay-per-view anymore, can you? You've got to say premium live event. Oh, God. It's the only thing I don't like WWE has done. But with the way Vince got the company to where it is before Triple H and Rock took over, no, it wasn't right. You know, to screw people out of their companies. Look, I understand wanting to get your company up to, you know, to big, whatever. Of course, I understand doing that. But you don't need to screw other people out of their companies to do it. And I'm sorry if this is a bit graphic, YouTube. Just also, I hate to say this, screw your way to the top, like Vince did. I mean, really? All that has come out about him? I'm not surprised, because I had a feeling something was not quite right with him. You know, what he was doing to the wrestlers. You know, you don't do that. That's just wrong. You know, I don't like that sort of stuff. Because I have a big soft spot for women. I know probably I'm going to get disagreed with in the comments about this, but I do have a soft spot for women. You don't treat women. You treat women with TLC. Tender love and care. Alright? And I don't like harm to women, animals, or kids. I hate that stuff. Ugh, that makes my skin crawl. And for being a bloke myself, just a little off a tangent a little bit. Alright, you know, as WWE, I hate the world of men. Alright, there are a few exceptions, obviously, but I hate the world of men. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like what Vince did to the company. Did with the company. Where it is, and where the company's been for the last few years, just before the pandemic hit us, like a slap in the face, right? I respect that. Not how he got the company to where it is. That was wrong. Right, as big a fan of WWE as I am, I'm not gonna praise it when it was wrong. You know, I mean, I love watching it for the entertainment. I'm not going to stop watching it. I'll watch it where and when I can. When I can put the WWE Network on my account, I will when I can afford it. And I'll watch it through because I like to try and get it so it goes all the way around to WrestleMania. Because I am not ever missing one WrestleMania. I haven't missed one WrestleMania since WrestleMania 7. You know, and I've watched the past WrestleManias. Obviously, repeatedly, old videotapes that I now no longer have. Thankfully, WWE Network. And I have watched them through again and again. You know, so I am well aware of the previous ones. I've forgotten some things, you know. But I will continue to watch WWE for the foreseeable future. You know, and I really hope that Triple H, aka Paul Levesque, and The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson, I hope they continue doing what they're doing with the WWE. But yeah, I'm still a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know he's retired now, properly retired. Yeah, I was sad git. I cried when he retired. Of course I did. It has upset me, some of the wrestlers that passed away. Respect to them. And I've cried in each and every one that's gone. It's a shame. Some of them went too soon. I wish they hadn't. So respect to them and their families. And still my condolences. I've lost family members, so I can understand how that feels. So, yeah. Still a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin, as I said. And Triple H, The Rock, Kane, Undertaker, Mark Calloway and Glenn Jacobs. Yeah, I know some of their real names as well. There you go, look. I'm not lost on them. So, right. I'm going to end the review here. WWE, as I said in my music video, WWE, then, now, forever, together, and I'll always be a WWE fan. I would prefer if it was still WWF, by the way. I know what happened, I don't need reminding, but I would still prefer if it was still WWF, World Wrestling Federation. But it's WWE, it doesn't really stand for anything now, it's just 3 letters. So just WWE Inc. Right, I'm going to end the video here. And there'll be more videos coming soon. Look out for all the other videos coming up. Holiday videos coming up. Some more music videos that I'll chuck out for you guys. And there'll be some more reviews. I do plan on doing also a little announcement, okay? Plan on possibly doing a cooking video. Not because Stacey has done a cooking video for my own reasons, as different content for my channel. Alright? To keep changing it up all the time. Because if I keep doing the same things all the time, you guys are going to get bored. While I know a lot of my subscribers, who I still thank for subscribing to my channel, I know you guys love me doing my music videos, and I appreciate that. Wholeheartedly, hand on heart, I appreciate you guys loving my music videos. But I got to do something different, haven't I, each time? So I might do a cooking one for you guys, right? Because tomorrow I plan on doing chili con carne for me and Stuart. So I would like you guys to see how I make it. You know, you guys might do it differently to me. I want to show you guys how I do it, all right? So not just a WWE review, also an announcement. All right, I like doing a mixed bag video. We don't have to stay in quite the same content. All right, so let's get five likes and hopefully more for this video. Hit the bell button to subscribe. Ding, ding, done. Yay! All right. Okay. Thank you for your time, guys. And I'll see you again in whenever the next video will be. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.